Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. What's going on in your love life at the moment and your path to manifesting that relationship that you truly want, that healthy relationship of your dreams? Let's find out. Now, I've made 3 readings here. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you're finding this video, it's good to go. This has got the information that you need at the moment. Each of these readings has got a deeper dive to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, you want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of these readings, I'll be popping a link for it up there. You can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you'll find your timestamps as well down there to fast forward to your reading. All you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? And that's out with the Wheel of Fortune card from the Lightseers Tarot. Would you like the flower? That's from with the Muse of Emotions from the Muse Tarot. Or would you like the shell? The shell is out with the Queen of Pentacles, and she's from the Tower of Mystical Moments. So take your pick now. And don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into a prize draw for a free reading with me worth 160 Australian dollars. So well worth doing that. As we'll get in that deeper dive as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw every single month for to win one of those private readings with me. I do a today's tarot here on my channel every single day of the year for the collective. I also go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I give 1 question reading. So if you want something a little bit more personal, you want this question that isn't answered in this reading and you want more, then you might want to book yourself in for one of those. You can book at any time. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. I do all the pre-book readings right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay. You don't need to be able to make it live to get you 1 question reading. Or you can come live, join me live, and you can book while I'm live and I'll do it right away for you. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours of you ordering them. And I make 3 of these as well. So enjoy your reading. Crystal, flower or shell, take your pick now. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal along with the Lightseers Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do your love tarot. Find out what's going on in your love life. Find out what your guides want you to know about your love life at the moment. Now, as usual, crystals, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that toward the end of the reading. I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box in the comments below. So what's your reading all about? It's all about the Wheel of Fortune, fate, a fated connection. And the 5 of Swords, angst about that. So angst about a fated connection. Whether you feel like you are connected with someone and it isn't working out at the moment, or whether you just can't find someone and you know that there's got to be someone out there for you. It could be about that. So let's see. What is crossing you? So what's hindering you at the moment in this? In your love life right now? What is hindering you? What's crossing you? The 9 of Cups, your wishes. Okay. So why would your wishes be hindering you? Doesn't make much sense, does it? But it does when you realize what is fated for you is what's really in your heart, what is really in your trajectory, right, in life. Now, in our minds, we don't often, we're not often in alignment with that. So we don't often believe in our minds exactly the same as what's in our heart. So for example, you might want something, it might be your wish, but you don't really believe you can have it. That is being out of alignment when we do that. And so your wishes, it's almost, this is saying you're not realizing what your true wishes are, or you're not allowing what your true wishes are. This might be about pitching yourself too low at the moment. So someone that's fated for you can't come in until you realize who you really are and what you really deserve. It can be that. So it can be a matter of being a process of you becoming who you need to be to realize just how much you do deserve before what you can deserve comes in. Often, say if we're traumatized, we can have a lack of self-esteem, and that lack of self-esteem can have us pitching ourselves too low, and the universe is just going to go, she can't have it. She just can't have this because it's not going to stick around, because she's going to grow even more. We know she's going to grow even more. And so it's not a matter of saying you can only have love once you've grown. The universe isn't saying that, but it knows. It knows your level. It knows what's really in your heart, you see. And it's about you getting up to speed with that, you getting into alignment with that. So you're not realizing your true wishes. You haven't realized yet. You can't put it together in your mind and write it down on a piece of paper or tell somebody about it or even tell yourself about it yet. What your true wishes are for relationship, as you haven't realized yet the level which you can have, or the level that you should be asking for. Let's put it that way. There is a process of evolution to go around. It's not a wrongness of you that you don't know that. We're all evolving and we're all becoming more of ourselves. And we see that, don't we? And we see that people, I mean, I'm about to turn 53, and I see my peers, I see myself and my peer group as only really just getting to know ourselves, and I can see younger people and really not having a clue, and it's kind of cute watching them figure it out. And so this is not something that can be rushed, but just knowing that you are in the process of evolution to realizing what is truly in your heart. How do things appear on the surface of it in your love life right now? And so we get lessons along the way. And yes, Six of Swords, the universe is leading you there. So you're getting the right lessons. I mean, life isn't boring, is it? I mean, there might not be external things happening for you. You might not be getting the rewards of the relationship. You might not have that person in your bed or on your arm or whatever and taking you out on a date and that ring on your finger. However, you're getting lessons, aren't you? There's stuff coming up for you, stuff to deal with within yourself. You're learning about yourself. That is the path. That is the path. Think of it like school. Your manifestation is like graduation day. Is graduation day every day? No. How many years do you have to do school before you get to graduation day? One point in time graduation day. It's a lot, isn't it? And so that's what the Six of Swords is about. It's like the universe is trying to get you from A to B. It knows what's in your heart, and it's trying to get you aligned with that so that you will even choose that or take action on that or go for that person. So your fated person, you're having dramas about here. You're still on the way. You're just still on the way. If it hasn't manifested yet, you're still on the way to it. We should never lower our standards, never lower our dreams just because we haven't managed it yet. That saying, like, you go to school for something or university for something, and then after you've been there for 3 months, go, yeah, maybe I don't need a whole degree. Maybe I just should be going for, just something lower. And it's like, no, you continue on. So what's behind that is brokenheartedness. Okay. So the universe is moving you forward from A to B. What's really behind that is the Three of Swords. Your brokenness. It's the stuff that has hurt you, the stuff that has caused trauma within you, the stuff that you need to heal, the stuff that is still causing you to not feel good about yourself, the stuff that is still harming your self-esteem or hindering you from feeling really great about yourself, all of that stuff. So you're still in the healing process is what this is saying. And the universe is on it. It's got you having the right lessons at the moment. You need to believe that. You are on the path to it. The universe hasn't given up on you. Don't give up on your love life. You're still on the trajectory of it. What's really behind that? I mean, recent past energies, you've been waiting for the perfect person to come along, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting, a whole lot of waiting. The thing is, you're not waiting, you're learning, you're learning. That's obvious to me in this reading. So this reading is saying you need to realize there's not nothing going on. You're actively learning. It's not graduation day yet. What's coming in the near future energies for you? So we can't avoid the lessons, we can't avoid the learning. That is the path. Near future energies, please. Crystals, you got the Seven of Cups. Confusion about choices, Knight of Pentacles, because it's moving too slowly. So you might be choosing someone or something, but you're confused. It's like, why is it moving too slowly? Now, I've got an answer for that because it's coming up in readings lately. People, if people are really exciting, so I'm putting my hand up there because that is high emotion, something that makes us feel a high emotion, then they're not necessarily a healthy thing. That high emotion of excitement about someone is very similar to a very low emotion, which is fear. But it feels like the same thing, that excitement. And these two extremes are not good for us. If we're looking for someone that excites you, someone that gives you those goosebumps and butterflies and all of that kind of thing, it's not necessarily the best person for you. Middle ground is always the best. Middle ground, balance is another word for it. So emotionally neutral, someone that makes you feel emotionally neutral. You probably haven't thought about that. Oh, I really want to find someone that makes me feel emotionally neutral. Probably don't think that you're looking for someone like that, but someone that is doing the work, that is learning about, that heal themselves, learning self-love, know who they are, know what they want in life, can emotionally manage themselves, are learning relationship skills. They're going to be on a very even keel. They're going to take things slowly. They're not going to excite you. That's the thing. They're not going to excite you. You should feel good around them, but not hyped up. So you're looking for trouble if you're looking for a really high butterfly kind of thing, because it's very hard to discern whether that's fear. Think about it like throwing yourself off a cliff or out of an aeroplane. That's exciting. Do you want to do it though? What's the excitement about? It's fear, isn't it? It's fear. So you could be confused about someone in the near future or choices that you're making because it's moving too slowly. Look at it this way. If your intended person, your fated person is someone that's done the work, someone that's reached that emotional balance in themselves, someone who can have a healthy relationship, and then you come into their life. If they're doing the self-loving thing, they're going to be wary of you, interested in you. They're going to want to take it slowly to get to know you properly so that they can use the relationship skills and what they've learned about taking care of themselves to get to know you, spend some time to get to know you. So this Knight of Pentacles energy is a really good energy, but we can often think of it as not attractive. So don't go dismissing somebody or thinking that they're a wrong choice because of an emotional neutral, a boringness, or slow moving, someone taking care of themselves. You're looking for someone that's got compassion and someone that's got self-compassion too, and that's self-love. And that someone that's loving themselves is going to take things slowly. So this is about the Wheel of Fortune and your internal battle about that. Five of Swords. What else is this reading about? Two of Pentacles. It's about balance. Yes, it definitely is about balance. Reaching that balance point. So I'll explain it in another way in case I haven't explained it yet. With regards to my business and abundance, I used to be very emotionally volatile about it. And so I was constantly trying to make my business work, trying to manifest it. And then say if I had a good week, if like lots of people buying readings, I would just get hyped up and it's like, yes, it's all working really, and I would let it get me really emotionally high. It's like, it's all working now. Finally, I've managed to find that key, whatever it was that has caused it to happen. And now this is going to be constant, but it's not constant. That's the thing. It's a roller coaster. And so I'd be on a high in those times. And then there'd be a quiet week and I'd be like, oh no, it's all going wrong. What have I done wrong? How is it not manifesting now? Like, really stressed out about it. It's like, oh my God, how can I get it working again? Right? And so I was on this roller coaster until I realized I was doing it, terrorizing myself by allowing myself to be so emotionally volatile about it, by feeling so much about it. Instead of just realizing, it's going to be up and down and I don't need to freak out either way. like getting totally hyped up when it's good or totally despondent when it's not. So I reached an emotional balance about it, and that is really powerful. Then abundance can truly happen because I'm not freaking out and changing what I'm doing, right? Based on it. And exactly the same thing in relationships too. When you find that emotional balance, Two of Pentacles, that balance, you won't be terrorizing on your path. Your path is still going to move forward, but you won't be terrorizing yourself on it anymore. So, and then you're going to be that emotionally stable person that your person is looking for. You're going to be the boring one. And they're like, oh, well, I'm going to choose this one because she's boring. But boring in a good way. Boring someone that's done the work, someone that I can have fun with, but not the source of my drama in my life. Yeah. A relationship with someone who's stable and good for us, calming, who we can have fun with is very different than I'm looking for a relationship that will bring some drama to my life. So you're not wanting the fun to come from the relationship. Yeah. So that the relationship itself not being the source of emotional volatility. Making sense? What are your fears? And sometimes we don't want that balance. Sometimes we think like, but I don't want life to be like that. We don't see it for what it is. I'm telling you, it's so much better. About my abundance and that example, it's so much better not being emotionally volatile about it. It's just so much better being in the flow and it can just happen. So much better than, and I don't miss the highs. It wasn't really high, it was hype. It's hype and it's different. Anyway, fears. Your fears are Queen of Swords. So having boundaries, cutting out, or your choices and saying no to who you should say no to. So yeah, again, back to this Nine of Cups. You guys are kind of agreeing with you on that, is that you don't really know what it is that you want yet to even choose it. So Queen of Swords, you're worried that you're not going to have boundaries to who you should say no to. So in other words, you're afraid of choosing wrong again. Choosing who isn't really for you. What are you hoping for? Hopes. Hopes and wishes. Crystals, please. The Fool. Start something off. Someone new. Throw yourself in. Falling in love. Going for it. Meeting someone that's like, hell, let's do this. What's that? Okay, so let's get your outcome cards out. Now, I'm going to get a progression of outcome cards out because I want the full story. However, I'm only going to reveal the first one of them, probably 6 or 7 cards, to you in this reading. The rest of them I'll be revealing in the deeper dive. So if this is sounding like it is your story, could be a story, or you're wanting it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. Now, in that deeper dive, I'll not only be revealing the whole of the outcome cards to you and everything that's involving in. I'll also be getting possible timelines for the stuff that's coming in for you. I will be getting guidance out for you as well from these decks back here. You've got someone else's energy coming in here, so we're going to get nosy about them, see what they're all about, what their energy's about, if they've got messages for you and stuff like that. Okay, so there's your outcome cards. I better look at it. Oh, cool. Okay. You have 6 outcome cards here. There's 5 of them, but the first one is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands card is when you're coming toward the end of a healing journey, you're kind of wary like she is. She's got her boundaries there. She's got her fence up. She's kind of sensitive to the stuff that she's been learning at. So she's wary. She's like, oh, I've learned this lesson and it's like, it still hurts a little bit. I'm wary that I'm going to make that mistake again. But she's got to keep on going through that, right? After this 9 of Wands comes the 10 of Wands of putting those burdens down. So the 10 of Wands is when we get to the point of like, I don't even need to carry that anymore. I don't even need to be sensitive. I don't even need to be on the lookout for this anymore because I know it now. And I know that I'm going to not take that burden on. I'm not going to say yes to that kind of person anymore. It's like dating a narcissist, right? Let's go on the wands journey. Ace of Wands. Oh, it's so exciting and passionate. Ace of Wands. I've met this person and they're amazing and I'm just going to dive in there and I go for it. And then the Two of Wands is a crossroads. So you're making that decision. I'm going to do this. Let's do this. It's so exciting. Then the Three of Swords. Let's call it the Three of Swords. Three of Swords is like, ouch, that hurt. That the pain, like, this isn't good. I'm walking on eggshells. This person is really emotionally terrorizing me. It started out exciting, but now I don't like these feelings that are coming up. I need to heal myself. Four of Swords, I need to heal myself. That's the instigation of the healing, the Four of Swords. Like, I need to sort myself out. Five of Swords, conflict about that, of course. Six of Swords, but the universe helps you out to move forward. Seven, let's go back to the Wands now. Seven of Wands, it's like learning to protect yourself. It's like, okay, so what do I need to be looking out for here? I kind of healed myself from that one relationship, but holy crap, they were a narcissist. I can't have another narcissist relationship again. It's terrible. I need to learn about that. I need to protect myself, learn how to protect myself, learn how not to choose that anymore, and learn how to spot it and all of that kind of thing. Then to the Eight is about breaking free of the patterns, right? Breaking free of those patterns so that we don't do the same thing again. To the Nine of, like, okay, I figured it out now. I think I'm ready to get myself out there again. But I'm on high alert for narcissists now, and I'm easily triggered by anything that looks like that, and it's that wariness. But once we get through this stage, if we just persist, if you just put yourself out there, meet people, and go, that seems like a red flag to me, and being wary of it like that is cool until you just be able to fully trust yourself and you can put that burden down. You no longer need to be on the lookout for narcissists, because when they come along, you'll just be like, oh, there's one. I won't even bother getting excited about that one. Now, there's something in this, because I've talked twice now about the excitement. And you've got to be really wary of that. The excitement is like, perhaps I shouldn't be choosing someone that is just like starting things off, love bombing too soon. The excitement, perhaps I should be wary when I'm really excited about somebody. There is something in that. So if you want to find out what the rest of these are, what the rest of your story is, get more guidance on all of this, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully. Get that wrong and you won't receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, or promotions folder. Check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower and the shell. Click on the crystal on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new and leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into a prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. As we'll get in that deeper dive as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw for a free reading with me, so good luck with winning those. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's do a love tarot for you. Find out what you guys want you to know about your love life. What's going on, what's not going on, why, your whole relationship journey, to manifesting, creating, meeting the person of your dreams, that relationship that's going to be healthy for you. No less. Now, as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, wanted to be a story. Toward the end of the reading, we'll be popping a link for it up there. You can also find a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So, big start for you, because 6 cards came out. 6, 5. It's enough anyway. So, you've got me working hard. What is this reading all about? It's about the Muse of Inspiration. This is somebody that excites you. Page of Inspiration. Oh, yeah, exciting offer. They've got in touch. So, Muse of Inspiration is someone that takes the lead. They're full of passion. They get what they want and they claim it, It's very enticing kind of a person. Seven of Materials, there's some investment. Queen of Voices. You think this is your love match, this person that's exciting you. Queen of Voices, but There's a boundary. Why? You've got a boundary because there seems to be a lack of investment from this person. So you're like, I'm not sure about this person now. They're exciting me and it feels really good. However, should I be having a boundary to this person because I'm feeling like I should, because they're not getting in touch when they should, or they're showing a lack of investment, or I'm having to do, they're not matching, or they're not fulfilling your relationship needs in some kind of a way. So what is hindering you in this? What's hindering you in this connection? This process? What's hindering you? Okay, so your intuition is coming up about this, that you didn't have a boundary about it. It's like, this is not, something is not feeling right about this. The level of investment. 8 of Voices, you've fallen into this trap before. So your intuition is saying, hey, and a little angel on your shoulder, hey, remember this one. Remember how this goes. You've been in this trap before. So, like I said, muse of inspiration, very enticing. You know, the King of Wands is seductive. It's someone that steps up and takes the lead, and they say, you're mine, and sexy, and you know, it is very enticing. It's not necessarily the best person for you to have a healthy relationship with. And if your intuition is saying, like, I've been in this trap before, watch out. This could be your pattern. How does it appear on the surface? 2 of Inspiration, you're at a crossroads right now. The Chariot, you're pulled in 2 directions, really of 2 minds here. Now, if they are really sexy and if they are taking the lead, and you might think, oh, I should be choosing this person. You know, people like this don't come along very often, and they're a catch. You might think they're a catch, this one. But you've got to listen to that internal voice that's saying, I don't know whether I should go here. I think this could be a amber flag, red flag, whatever kind of a flag. Is this a flag? Or definitely pulled in 2 directions at this crossroads. Should you go for this person or not? Should you continue this relationship or not? What's really behind that? What's really behind that? Please, guys. Thank you. 8 of Emotions. Letting it go, walking away. Okay, why would the 8 of Emotions come up there? Well, you could have a fear about, if I say no to this one, am I saying no to a really good thing? And the High Priestess shows up in a reading in ourselves. We know when it happens, when we have an intuition. It's like, something dodgy about this, something doesn't feel right about this, I really shouldn't. And then we override that and we go for it. What happens? Every single time, what happens? We end up in a bad situation, and then we tell ourselves, why didn't I listen to my intuition? It happens 100% of the time. 100% of the time for all of us, that. So, High Priestess is showing up. I'm not saying always listen to your fears. That's not what I'm saying. But when there's that feeling, you need to trust it. Put it this way, we get a gut feeling. What is that? It's our microbiome wanting to save our lives because we are the host for their communities. It is. And the vagal nerve going from the brain to the gut is the microbiome going, oh, she's getting into trouble here. Don't do that. And so the fears are peaked in our minds. Our subconscious mind goes, oh, there's a feeling here coming from the gut. Fear, reaction. Some fears are psychological trauma that we shouldn't be afraid of. But this gut, that High Priestess, that gut feeling is not that. It's something different. So you're worried about walking away from this, of letting it go. Recent past energies, please. If someone seems too good to be true, they are. They are. Recent past energies, Queen of Materials, you were stable, successful, stable, and all of that kind of thing. You deserve better than this. Near future energies. So you're there in your stability. Someone comes along to impress you. 9 of Inspiration, keep on going. 6 of Emotions, stuff coming up from the past. Nine of Emotions is about keep on going on this healing journey. So you come to this reading for me to confirm to you that this being pulled in two directions, and your intuition and all of that saying, I think I'm headed toward heartbreak here. So I think this is familiar. A familiar trap that I've been in. I think I'm doing it again. I'm pulled in two directions. Should I do this? You've been drawn to this reading, and I'm saying it's confirmed. Those feelings are confirmed. You should be being pulled in two directions. Yeah, this is a rerun of what you've done before, and it's for you to see it clearly now. Don't be so impressed by people. If you're the Queen of Materials, stable, strong, successful, you don't want someone coming in impressing you, claiming you, all of that kind of thing. They're not a match. The King of Materials would be a match. King of Materials is a bit more boring. Take things slowly. Sometimes as the Queen of Materials, we need to realize that we're not here to give someone a good time, meaning we don't need to impress someone and give them a really amazing time, be the life of the party for them to be in relationship, a good relationship. If you think about it, a good relationship is someone that you can go down to the shops with. It's someone to live with, daily life, the boring stuff. I'm not saying you'll never do exciting stuff together, but to want a relationship to bring you the exciting stuff, someone to impress you. How does that make a good relationship person? Someone that impresses you, someone that's really exciting. How is that someone that can have a good relationship with you? That's someone that can have a good business, or someone that can really, like market themselves to a lot of people. You want someone like that, someone that can go out and get whoever they want, and they will continue doing that. It's maybe the signs are that this person isn't the kind of person that you want. What is this reading also about? It's about all of that. They're showing it like a investment, and your intuition is saying, boundary up, girl, boundary up. The Devil and the Empress. Wow. This reading is also about you. You deserve way better than that. But the devil is the temptations. The temptations. What did they sing? So you deserve better. You might have been thinking that the Emperor is not a stable, boring kind of a person, or stable, steady, someone that you can go shopping with. You might have thought that your Emperor is wealthy businessman that knows a lot and can be really all this and that for me, and like, wow. Is someone like that? Look in the media, look all around. Is someone like that? Look at the wives of those people. Are they having a good time? Are they in a good relationship? Is that what you're hearing out there? No. That's not what you're hearing out there. People have priorities and they invest in certain things. If someone's investing heavily in business or in money or in impressing everyone, that is not someone that has had a healthy focus in their lives on healing themselves, on becoming a good partner, and becoming like the best person that they can be, compassion-wise and moral-wise and stuff like that. Because that takes time and investment, doesn't it? You're watching readings, you're doing the inner work. I know you are. It takes time and investment to do that, and something else has got to give. And so we all make our choices about what we invest in. So don't be so impressed by people that have invested in other things that you're not investing in. Appreciate what you've invested in, and then find someone else that's invested in those things too. Fears are star wishes. So you might be wishing that this person starts developing another side of themselves, or hoping that this changes, hoping that they become someone else, or hoping that they show another side of themselves. But like I said, if they've invested into other things, that's all. That's their choice. That's what they've done. That's who they are. Don't go choosing someone like that if what you want is actually someone that's emotionally stable, empathetic, compassionate, able to have a healthy relationship. Those people aren't going to be really rich and have a load of whatever, because they've invested in something different, something that's more important to them. What are you hoping for? Fated connection. Six of inspiration, success, though, outward success. What's that about? Look back in your past. What is that about? A fated connection, someone really successful. Six of inspiration is like someone that looks good on my arm, someone that's good on paper, that looks good on my arm. It's going to impress my family. Could be about family stuff. It could be about family saying, I don't know, maybe you chose someone to date when you were a teenager or something that was an artist, or had that, really connected in with their heart, and your dad told you or your mum told you they're not good, they're not a good person, what are you seeing in them, they're not going to provide anything for you. They're probably, your parents probably had different priorities to yours, and so there'll be a reason why that outward appearance thing is important to you, even if you're not consciously doing that. Right? Even if we're not consciously thinking, I want someone that's earning more money than that, more successful than that. Could be an internal kind of thing, an internal judgment. And that internal judgment comes from hearing it from other people. So just something to think about. It's not necessarily bad. We can go to the opposite extreme and go, I just want someone that's connected with the heart. It doesn't matter if they've got no money and they need to bludge off me. No, there needs to be a balance there. Neither extreme is good. Anyway, something to look at there. Let's get your outcome cards out. So, as usual, I'm going to get the full story out of the outcome cards, probably about 6 or 7 outcome cards, but I'll only be revealing the first one of them in this reading, which is there. And the rest of them I'll be revealing in the deeper dive read, in that extended reading. So if you are finding that this is your story, it could be a story you want it to be a story, you might want to get that for even more. In there, apart from revealing these outcome cards, I'll also be getting cards out from these decks back here to give you some more guidance in all of this. We've got someone coming in here. We want to get some information on them. Messages from them, perhaps from that person too. Let's get more information on there to give you a little bit more about that. Oh, I like this. Wow, you have 6 outcome cards out. Now, the first is the Muse of Voices. The Muse of Voices is the King of Swords. It's someone who has great clarity. Now, this isn't a lover or a partner or anything like that, and it's not this person. It's a different king there. It doesn't have to be a man. It's just someone else in your life that has great clarity. Now, it could be me, for instance. It doesn't have to be me, or it could be your best friend saying, like, this person, I don't think they're good for you. I can see how you might be kind of turned on by them, but it's someone giving you some clarity like that. As I said, it could be me. It could be coming through a reading, but it's more likely to come through someone that you know, or someone giving you some clarity about that, and perhaps clarity about yourself. It's also a good omen to ask people that know you, because you know what it's like when you have a friend, say, that's dating. A lot of the time they can be making really bad decisions for themselves, and you can see it, but you don't offer that because you can't, right? You can't say, I don't like this guy that you're going out with. You can't say that as a friend, because you've got to let your friends make their own mistakes. Now, if they come to you for advice, very different. If they say, I am not sure about this, what do you think? Then you tell them the truth. Yeah. But we don't go offering it up. Now, so your friends, family, loved ones might have been holding back about your certain choices about this person. And if you ask them, you might gain a lot of clarity from them, because Muse of Voices, it's someone else, and it's someone that's got great clarity about you. So why not use the resources around you, the people that love you, and know what your patterns are, because they've seen you go through it. They've seen you go through things that you're not even aware of yourself. Now, you might have an aversion to that, especially if I'm talking about family too, because there is some family stuff coming up here about who's good for you or not. So you might just be like, I can't even ask my family that, because they think that, you know, someone, I don't know, it might be that they think someone that's creative or someone with heart isn't right for you because they don't have enough. I don't know. Whatever that story is, let it go and just ask them. You don't have to take on board someone else's clarity about you, but it might be very interesting to find out what it is. We can get defensive though when we do that, so just be careful about that. Anyway, if that sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, you want me to keep on going on with all of this guidance and show you what's in here, because it's exciting what you've got well, not exciting, yeah, probably definitely said that wrong with your reading. But you've got something really good coming in here. And if you want to find out about that, then you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now. And it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully. Get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, or promotions folder. Do check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower. Any device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button. If you're new, leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into the prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. As we'll get in that deeper dive read as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw each month. So good luck with winning those, and good luck with all of this if this is where you're leaving me. But if you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell along with the Muse of... the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot spread for your love life and see what you guys want you to know about your love life, about this progression of you toward the relationship of your dreams, that healthy relationship that you've always wanted. So, as usual, shells, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that toward the end. I'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So, card's already out and the video's going slow. You've got the Queen of Pentacles out. This is your energy, very stable energy. You got yourself to a very secure and stable place. And the Five of Wands, now a strategy to move forward in relationship. So you've got yourself to a stable place. Perhaps you've been spending time by yourself, doing the self-love thing and getting yourself to a place of stability, taking responsibility for your life and all of that kind of thing, and finding a good place for yourself. And now it's like, okay, now I want a relationship. Where do I go from here? What's my strategy? So you could be formulating a strategy for your love life at the moment, like how to date or how to find someone that's a good match for you. Then what to do, you know, how to interview people and all of that kind of thing. What's holding you back here? Well, self-protection. So Seven of Wands is all about protecting your heart. It's about, being boundaried up so that you are not susceptible to the lessons that you've already had, you know. It's about, so I'm getting from you guys that you've probably been by yourselves for a while, sorting out your own stability, and you want a strategy for moving forward in your love life, right, to dating, meeting someone or whatever. But what's holding you back is Seven of Wands. You've got a little bit too much protection going on there. So not an openness to meeting people. And that's natural when we have been healing ourselves, you know, and spending time by ourselves. I mean, spending time by ourselves is the ultimate in protection, self-protection, isn't it? Like, I'm not dating at the moment, it's my time now. That kind of thing is the ultimate. But then when we open up again, then we need to have our protections in the moment. So trusting ourselves to be open, and if we're open, then when we meet and when we realize someone's a narcissist, then to say no to them then, or when we see the red flags, to say no, you know, dealing with things in the moment, but generally as a rule being open. So it's holding you back that you've got a little bit too much protection at the moment. Perhaps you're staying at home and thinking that they're going to show up at home. Knock on your door. I'm your soulmate. Delivery, soulmate. Okay, how are things appearing on the surface of it? Death. Major changes going on in your life. 9 of Pentacles, because you're single and independent. So yeah, I'm getting a readiness for a relationship for you guys, but also well, I don't want to do it the way that I did it before. So how should I go about this now? Major change. What's really behind that? You're ready for major change in your life. What's really behind that? So it appears. On the surface. What's really behind that? What's really behind? Thank you. Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, we planted a seed for the King of Pentacles for someone with very, very stable. Queen of Pentacles, your match. There you go. You're the Queen of Pentacles. First card out, King of Pentacles. So you are manifesting it. You've planted a seed already. So little do you know, you're looking for a strategy. You might be thinking of like Muggle strategy. So should I go on this dating site or that dating site? Like how? And this is saying what's really behind that is you've already planted the seed to meet your person that is your true match. So that work that you've done on yourself, you've already planted that seed. You've got to keep on watering that. In other words, there is no external strategy. You know, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time, since I was 30. And there's a lot of business teachers out there, entrepreneurial kind of teachers and coaches and things out there that are teaching their thing. You're like, do this, do this method, and this worked for me, and this worked. But they're missing a lot when they say that this will work. I can teach you this and it will work for you. Because what really happened when they applied whatever it was that they did and it worked in their business, what really happened was they got aligned with themselves, and then the way that was right for them showed up. They applied that and it worked for them, and then they teach other people that method, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with teaching them the method. But if they're trying to say that this is going to work for everyone, that's not true. That method is right for those that are aligned with that method. Do you know what I mean? So what really happened is not that they implemented that strategy and it worked, although that appears to be what happened. What really happened was they got in alignment with themselves, and then they got the method delivered to them, and that was right for them. So in the same kind of a way here, your physical strategy, like if someone else met their partner on Tinder and the perfect person for them, and they went on 5 dates and then whatever, that doesn't mean that that's your way of doing it. In fact, this reading is saying it doesn't matter how it comes about, because you've already planted that seed. And so all you need to do is keep on tending to it, knowing that you're on that path, that the seed is planted already. The universe is going to bring them to you in whatever way. And when you meet them, through whatever way you meet them, you're going to find out that your paths almost crossed a few times before, because the universe has been trying every which way to get you together. So it's not about the how. You need to trust the universe in that more. But there is a need for you to be open, because it's saying 7 of Wands, it's self-protection, holding back, being by yourself, spending a lot of time alone, not going to new places, all that kind of stuff that you do, that is hindering it. So the more places you go to, the more chances you give the universe to bring this person into your experience. If you think about it, if the universe is trying to get you together with someone every which way, like you drive them to work and they drive past you, you go to a certain cafe, and or like if you'd have gone to that other cafe a bit further up, then you would have met them. And it's just like stuff like that. If you're staying in and going to the same places and not putting yourself out there, being open-minded, trying new things, going to different places, the universe is going to find it harder to put them in your path, right? Not impossible, but harder. Recent past energies, you've got the 10 of Pentacles. So you've been investing yourself into long-term things for yourself. That's why you've come up as the Queen of Pentacles, because you've got some stability for yourself now. No longer waiting for someone to come and rescue you or sort out your finances or whatever. You're doing that for yourself now, which is really good. And that's why you're manifesting the King of Pentacles, someone else that's doing that for themselves too. Neither of you needing to save each other or provide something that both of you haven't got, but both being a similar kind of a place in life where you got your stuff together, both of you individually. What's coming in the near future? Oh, anxiety. Ooh, I just got dizzy. Anxiety, 9 of Swords. Tripping, I just heard. Tripping about something. What's that about? Anxiety about what? Hermit, about being alone. Oh, is it me that's giving you the anxiety? You're going like, oh, I don't want to people. Well, okay, so if this self-protection is the problem here. So if you're hanging around the same places, same people, because that is your comfort zone, and going to all of these other places, coming out of hermit mode is going to cause stress, because yeah, there's all kinds of things out there, all kinds of people out there, people that you don't really want to be connected with. Situations could be draining if you connect with the wrong kind of people too. You don't need to do that. It's okay to go to a new place and then not talk to people. Really, it is. And not, just be really selective about who you talk to when you're there. Just the good energy people. Anyway, out of your comfort zone is what that is saying to me. Out of your comfort zone is what you've got coming in the near future, which could cause a bit of stress, for sure. Now, what else is this reading about? It's about your wishes, Empress. You deserve a lot. And the 9 of Cups is about your wishes coming true. Think about your relationship wishes, your relationship needs. Getting that met by someone else. Someone else is attuned to you, that wants good things for you, that wants to do nice things for you and do nice things with you. What are your fears? 6 of Swords. So the 6 of Swords is about the universe getting you from A to B. It's about the lessons. It's about like you learning along the way. So that could be a fear of more lessons coming up. It's like, oh, am I really ready for this? Because putting myself out there means just another lesson coming my way. However, what I've found, being a reader, also personally in my path, but also being a reader and knowing about other people's progression through with all of this and doing so many readings over the years, is that we tend to have these relationship lessons in and out of relationships as we're figuring things out. And then we get to a point in life where it's like, I'm just going to take a step back and sort things out by myself now. I've got enough information and I just need to work on myself now and make myself a priority. That happens before. Well, that happens, and then we get very selective about who we let in, because once we've found that stable place in ourselves, we're not just going to let anyone in, right? And that's when we're way more likely to make a good choice, not just let anyone in. So you don't need to be afraid of those lessons anymore, because you're not going to choose it. Matches only, the right one only. Because good enough as we are, right? Queen of Pentacles. Because I'm happy enough as I am. I've got stability and I've got a good life. I don't need any old relationship. I don't need a relationship, but I want one. I want my match. And so I'm just going to wait for my match to come along. They're the only one that I need to get into a relationship with. What are you hoping for? 8 of Swords, to break free of a trap. So you're feeling like you're trapped at the moment, like things aren't happening for you. Now, remember, what you've got coming in the near future here is out of your comfort zone. There is a bit of stress about that with that 9 of Swords coming out. So you do need to put yourself out of your comfort zone. In other words, what I've already said. Your strategy is what? You came here looking for a strategy. Your strategy is not going on dating sites or anything like that. Unless you feel compelled to do that, absolutely. If you've got your intuition to do that, do it. If that's inspiring to you, absolutely do it. But you don't need to do that. You just need to get out of your comfort zone. Out of your comfort zone could be going on a dating website. It could also be going to different places to eat, a different cafe to get your coffee. It could be about going to a different gym or starting a new class somewhere or whatever. Just having an open mind and putting yourself in new places amongst new people is what's being called for here. That's going to get you out of that trap. So what's your outcome? Now, as usual in these readings, I get loads of outcome cards out, usually about 6 or 7, because we want the full story of your outcome. But I will be revealing the first of them, which just popped out there, to you in this reading. The rest of them are going to be in the deeper dive reading. So that extended reading that goes with this, if you're finding this is your story, could be a story, wanted to be a story, you might want to get that for even more, because apart from revealing these outcome cards to you, I'll also be getting cards out from these ones, the decks back here, for guidance for you. More guidance. Also, let's get focused on your person, the one that is right for you, and find out more about them. Messages from them perhaps too. Ooh, cool. Okay. You have 7 outcome cards here. Possible timelines will be in that extended reading as well. Okay, so your first card is, for your outcome, is the 4 of Swords. Start of a healing journey. Oh, I know, that might feel a bit like, another healing journey. Haven't I done enough healing? It's next stage time, you know that. Death card. Big, you better ready for big change. Come from being single, independent, 9 of Pentacles, to big change. You're ready for it. Change requires change, right? It doesn't have to be similar lessons than you've been before, but there will be some lessons. There always are. Start of a healing journey. It's also a card saying you can relax about it. This is not such a big deal. You don't need to muggle your way through this. You don't need to know how. It's not up to you how. The universe does the how. It's just up to you to be open, open-minded. New places, new things. That's all you need to do. You need to trust yourself to have your boundaries up in the moment when it's required, but you don't need to have blanket boundaries up. Right, so if you want to find out what these are and you want all the rest of it, you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. If you want that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully. Get that wrong, you won't receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, junk, or promotions folder. Check those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower and the shell. Click on the crystal. No, that's a shell. Click on the shell. What device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like. Before you click off down there, click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment, that'll get you an entry into a prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. As we'll get in that deeper dive as well, that'll get you entered into the second prize draw, so 2 chances to win a private reading worth 160 Australian dollars by getting that. But if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly.